Stephanie Meadow has this for birdie. Oh, well done. Stephanie gets her to 6 over par. She's the player with the tournament record here of 63 at this golf course. Shot that in the first round last year as she put together a week which avoided a trip to the little hop off the bank. A nice shot there. It's a bit tight on the bunker, I would think, from where she was standing back in the fairway. But she's going to be happy when she gets up there and sees the putt she has for birdie. Made that 7, didn't she, at 14? Made 2 pars since then. 5 over for the day. Ellie Ewing with a lot of big numbers on the card. 2 7s. Back to the tee, and Nordquist.
I think, Tom, if this was in sort of much warmer conditions, I think Anna would have a really good chance of hitting this green. I'm not sure that she will be able to do so at the moment. It's cold temperatures. Yeah, especially now that's gone out to the right. Yeah,
there's only 216 carries. Some of the bigger hitters we've seen knock it on the green. Saw Charlie Hull knock it on, and obviously Corder would have made it on in 2 had it not taken that awkward bounce into the tough lie.
Yeah, if you're not really long at 17, you have to take the chance and really tuck it on the left side to try to get home.
This is the 18th.
And Minjee Lee.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how Anna plays 17 and 18, but if you're, I mean, how far back reasonably could a player be going into the weekend? You could be 2-3 over maybe and still have a shot?
I think you could be 7, 8
7
back.
shot, okay, yeah.
And, have a reasonable chance to do it.
Yeah.
Andrew Stanford's got a chance to win here at 1 under par. This is a tee shot at 17.
And this should be a comfortable tee shot for Angela.
Yeah, work it round the corner, which is exactly what she's done.
And get a little bit of extra run on it because of it as well.
Knock it past the ball of Area Jutanagan. You know you've hit a good drive if you knock it past the area. Up by the green, Inbee Park. A great rhythm, slow, smooth backswing. Didn't quite do what she was hoping it would do there.
Well, these 2 players from Australia, Minjee Lee and Hannah Green on the 18th tee. From Australia, but it was, as you pointed out, Judy, earlier, Minjee was the celebrated superstar. Hannah was a little more in the shadows, but it was Hannah that got a major championship before Minjee. We would have assumed it would have been the opposite, right?
Yeah.
And that's a testament, it's a compliment to Minjee is what we mean.
Yes, well, I know more about Minjee's game, actually, than I do Hannah's. And Minjee has all the characteristics of her golf game are built for major championship golf. It's built for some of the hardest courses that you play.
Check in with Mel Reid for birdie at the 17th. Yes. Third birdie of the day for Mel Reid. She had a tough start. She made a double at the second. There you can see 3 bogeys sandwiched between that birdie at 3. Mel inside the cut line at 5 over. The cut, by the way, has gone to 8 over par. There are a number of officials who are rather hoping that it goes back to 7 over because they are going to have their work cut out to get all the players around the golf course in time over the weekend. And as I said that, it's just gone back to 7 over. So you'd rather be at 7 than 8, but it looks likely that 8 over will get in. Just for birdie. There are only 97 players at the beginning of the week in the field, and the cut was top 70 in ties. Now you might think, well, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but we put that to the LPGA, and it came from the LPGA board, which is governed mostly by the players. So the players decided that they felt it was appropriate to have a normal cut, top 70 in ties, give everyone the chance to make a check.
This would have been a full field event had it been played when it was scheduled.
Yeah, but I think with the daylight restrictions, you'd think maybe it would be sensible to go to 60 in ties and, you know, pay out players up to top 70, but they couldn't compete. Yealimi missing out there.
Yeah, well, it's this dreaded year of COVID that I think the player board was probably considering players have had not so many opportunities to play.
Yeah.
And let's not, you know, come up with a one-off that's going to take some opportunity away.
As we go to the 18th, I mean, most of the players playing this week are in the field next week at the U.S. Women's Open. Would you rather have 2 rounds of competition, or would you rather get down there if you're a player a little early down to Champions?
I don't know. I think I give all these players credit, because I think if you teed off on Thursday, you want to finish Sunday.
Yeah. Well, it was a huge Sunday for Stephanie Meadow last year. Came here 112th on the money list. It was the last full field event. She was a 4.0 in accounting. So she said, I knew the numbers. I knew what I needed.
You know, Grant, it's a certain badge of honor in professional golf to fight your way to making a cut, even when it might not seem to be anything that's necessarily good for your career. But it is a badge of honor for those people who fight for every last stroke throughout a tournament.
And you extend that over a year fighting to keep your card, like Stephanie Meadow did. I mean, we always look at the players in the top of the rankings, but the tour is made up of players, you know, all up and down the money list. Needs no worse than bogey to make the cut.
She's got 93 yards on here, and when she was choosing her layup, she was really looking at a spot where she wanted to leave it, and I think just being down this right side creates a nice little bit of angle for her. It's a sand wedge.
Oh, lovely. Didn't need all that spin. Wow, it really came back, didn't it?
Boy, did it ever. It went from almost holed out to, I guess it is a birdie putt for sure, but it's a long one.
Yeah, it's controlling that spin, which can be difficult. Let's go to 8.
Oh, and here she is, Yealimi Noh to tie the lead. Oh, Judy just 19 years old, and every reason to believe this rookie will become a superstar. 17.
Setting sun for Angela Stanford's 3rd.
That was from 91, and having seen Anna's ball spin back,
I think she'll feel there may be a few opportunities that didn't go her way.
At 18, Minjee Lee, she was 5 over at one point. Birdies at 15 and 17. How about a closing birdie? She is like a number of the international players who live not far from DFW Airport, from which you can get anywhere in the world. Se-Young Kim, not playing this week. So-Yeon Yu, who had to get the bugs out of her condo, as she told us earlier this week.
I want to tell So-Yeon Yu that she's earned quite a lot of money in her career, and maybe when she's away for 9 months, she could have somebody checking on her place.
The problem is she keeps giving all her money away.
Yeah, donated her winner's check from the Korean Women's Open this year over on the KLPGA. Maybe she just really enjoys cleaning. Some people love cleaning. They find it relaxing.
I can understand that, but not after 9 months. You don't love it. That's a different kind of cleaning.
Nordquist for birdie.
pretty much straight back up the hill, but As this sun is starting to set, you can see every tiny little blemish that is on the greens at the end of the day, but that was still a pretty pure roll.
And then it starts to get in your head, doesn't it? And you think, oh, these how can this ball go in if there are bumps on the green? I never saw these before.
Nope. You have to tell yourself, at least I've got something to aim at now.
Yeah. This event was originally scheduled to be played in early October, pushed back a few months. And Mike King, CEO of the Volunteers of America, is saying that if the players want to play, then we will have a tournament. It's up to the players and whether they feel safe and whether they want to play. And obviously when the tour restarted, it was evident that the players wanted to play, and so they made it happen. I don't think they would choose to be playing in December, but this is a year that is very different, isn't it? Ariya Jutanugarn now for birdie.
Yeah, she was kind of aggressive. Got into one of these greenside front bunkers and played to here. It's actually good to see her give it a go with 3-wood.
Yeah, Ariya's game a little bit of a mystery. She went through a period of working on her fitness and her diet. Had a bit of a scare with diabetes, and doctors saying, you know, you need to eat a bit better. And sometimes that can affect a player's golf swing and game.
Inbee Park in the 18th, in good position for the weekend, tied for 8th, 4 back. The swing hasn't changed an awful lot to my eye, Judy. How about yours?
No, it has not at all.
Birdie putt here for Angela Stanford.
Little down the hill here, Tom.
And she's got
Very
it.
smooth.
Yeah, good day. A couple under par. It's going to be around in the 60s if she can make 4 at the last.
A little bit of a side hill lie, just a tough angle for that back hole location. You have to be so precise.
Yeah.
Trying to bring it in from the right, might need to sit.
Back is an understatement. It is 32 paces from the front edge. And that is a pretty common area.
All right, here is Allie Ewing for birdie. Try to make a tough day a little better. Husband Charlie played on a state championship team at Highland Park High School, one of the all-time great high schools, about to celebrate its 100th anniversary. Clayton Kershaw and Matt Stafford went there, and the Keeney kids went. Tripp and Kelly and Hank.
Well, and aside from golf, they have great high school football teams.
They do. Jerry Jones' grandson's quarterback, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
And then governors and other people went there, you know, but where they could golf mostly. Inbee to get to 2 under. Drips it in the front arc of the cup.
She hits more putts where the ball falls in the hole.
Doesn't it mimic kind of her style? There she is, tied for 5th. And on the tee at the 18th, TCU Horned Frog, Angela Stanford.
She kind of learned to turn through a shot and not slide so hard. And you see it right there. You see her hips are faster.
I think she's looking as good as I've ever seen her, Judy.
Yeah. You know, we've talked about the golf swing a few times, and she's told me in the last year or two that she thinks she understands her swing anyway more than she ever has in her whole playing career. And, you know, the play is reflecting that.
And now Nordquist, Karen, we were speaking of it earlier. She's too good of a player to be going multiple years without victories. It speaks, I think, both of what Judy spoke of, both of those things. It's hard to win, and you know, you're not a robot out there. Things happen in life.
Well, I mean, that is definitely the case, but also the more you're out here, the more you kind of need a breather from the constant grind of being in contention and going through all those motions.
He's lurking, but Nordqvist out in front right here now. But as you said, kind of ugly lie in the bunker. Charlie, just confirmation, 3 over 74. But it was a round that could absolutely have got away from her. And those 2 birdies coming in are good for a little bit of confidence heading into the weekend. Morgan Pressel, around a 70. And it's probably going to be similar in terms of scoring for the weekend, you'd have to say, if it... A little bit of sunshine, cold conditions. Let's head back out there.
Yeah, really awkward lie, and I think it's one of the times when being tall doesn't actually help you anything at all. And that's basically all she could do.
Well, she didn't fall down like Angel Yin yesterday, but she'll have to really work hard to stay on top. 9.
Third shot for No.
Uphill lie, green slopes toward her. Very good contact there from a tight lie, but that's not the side of the hole you want to leave it on.
Quick putt. Player who finished 3rd in Portland earlier this year, 1 stroke out of that playoff. Georgia Hall ended up winning.
Bogey the last hole, actually.
Sun beginning to set here. It's going to get quite chilly in the next few minutes, I would think. Players will be happy to get in. Let's hope that get as many holes played as possible. I'm not sure they're going to get it finished tonight.
Yeah, there are 3 groups behind this one still to finish. So 6 groups on the course after this one. Stanford?
This from 94 yards, pretty flat lie. I think she'll be looking to get this one quite close. That was in quite low, though.
She's got a good opportunity.
She doesn't like it. Tied for 5th.
This is for par at the 9th for No.
A little on the ticklish side, but no break.
Yeah, well done, and she is in the hunt to get that first win this weekend. Player who's only 19 years of age, turned pro in the early part of 2019.
Best round of the event so far, isn't it? 66. All right, 3rd shot for our leader, Nordqvist.
This from 91, off of a downslope. And that's, as the sun is setting, definitely about 5 degrees cooler right now. Is it going to come back?
That will be for par. Stay on top.